Am I the a-hole for refusing to switch stylists and even scheduling more appointments instead? Me 36F and my partner 45M have 3 kids 12F, 10F, 7M, and in the last year, the older to have gone to my stylist to get their hair cut. I had never found a stylist who did both a cut and color that I liked. Once I found a stylist 2 years ago, though she was more expensive than I'd paid for before. I decided this was something I was willing to splurge on for once in my life. And it coincided with me getting a big raise, so it was easier to justify it. As my kids got older, they wanted shorter haircuts that I personally felt were beyond my husband's YouTube skills, pixie-like cuts, and both kids have very different hair in terms of thickness, texture, etc. The oldest is also very neurospicy and often has trouble expressing what she wants or likes or dislikes and goes into meltdown mode before we can get any clear answers. I made them appointments at my stylist, which ended up being around $60 before tip, and they've been going for the last year or so. My culturally frugal to a fault partner thinks this is way too much money to spend on a kid's haircut, and that we either need to find someone less expensive, or he can cut their hair himself, which sometimes includes his Flowbee. I am clearly opposed to one of these much more than the other. We disagree on a number of things, but my biggest points are: 1. As a man, his identity self-esteem is not attached to his hair like women femme-presenting folks, and he doesn't think a bad haircut is a big deal. 2. Trimming long hair, like he's previously done, is absolutely not the same thing as very short haircuts, and he absolutely does not have the skill level to attempt them, nor would I want my preteens as the guinea pigs. 3. Not all stylists are created the same, and just because we can find somewhere less expensive, it doesn't mean everything will turn out exactly like they want. 4. In particular for my neurodivergent kiddo, it's going to be hell to find someone new that understands what her nonverbal squeaks mean, has built up a rapport, and better understands her likes or dislikes or triggers. I do agree that it is more money than I'd usually care to spend, and I certainly never had those cuts when I was a kid, but I think the pros outweigh the cons, and we can afford it. I might be willing to entertain looking somewhere else, but because we disagree on it, I told him it's up to him to do the research on local stylists or salons and find different recommendations, then be the one to take them, because I've already done all of those things and I don't think we need to switch right now. In the meantime, hair keeps growing, so I scheduled appointments for both to continue where I want them. So am I the a-hole for not wanting to switch stylists and continue scheduling them for appointments despite the cost and their age?
Here are the top comments.
Not the a-hole. Sometimes you have to spend a little more to get what you want, and $60 plus tip isn't exorbitant for a women's cut.
Not the a-hole. Maybe my perspective is warped because I don't really know how much kids' haircuts cost, but $60 for a haircut in general doesn't strike me as expensive, and you can afford it. So I don't see the issue if you don't have combined finances. It would be fair for you to be the one to pay for this.